Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Mr. H. In this video, I will be discussing with you the three different types of angle pairs. We will start with complementary and supplementary angles. So what are complementary and supplementary angles? So complementary angles are a pair of angles with measures adding up to exactly 90 degrees. On the other hand, supplementary angles are pairs of angles with measures adding up to exactly 180 degrees. Which group is complementary and which group is supplementary? You can pause the video and answer the question. Alright, so group A is complementary angles, while group B is supplementary. So to understand this concept further, let's answer a couple of examples. For our first question, we need to find the measure of angle DEG. Looking at the diagram below, it actually tells us that we were given supplementary angles. And by definition, supplementary angles, when you get the measure of the two angles, it will add up to 180 degrees. So from that concept, we can begin by writing our initial equation. So we're gonna take the two measurements. So we'll have 2x plus 3 plus x minus 6 will be equal to 180. And from here, we can start solving for x. So first, we need to combine like terms. So putting together the terms with x and our constant terms will be on the right-hand side of the equation. So we're going to have 180. So positive 3 jumps to the right will become negative 3. And negative 6 will jump over to the right will become positive 6. And from here, we will have 3x will be equal to 183. So we divide both sides by 3, cancel out, and we'll have x will be equal to 61. So the process doesn't stop here because the question asks us to find the measure of angle DEG. So after finding the value of x, which is 61, what we need to do to identify the measure of angle DEG is by simply substituting the value of x that we got to the expression representing angle DEG. So to find the measure of angle DEG, so we're gonna take 2x plus 3. And from here, we're gonna plug in the value of x, which is 61. So we're gonna have 2 times 61 plus 3. So 2 times 61 is 122. Then we get plus 3. So the measure of angle DEG is 125 degrees. All right, let's proceed to the second example. Find the value of x. So as you can see, the diagram gives us complementary angles. And by definition, if we add two angles and the measure is exactly 90 degrees, then the pair of angles will be complementary. So to begin with, we need to write our initial equation. So we take 4x plus 1 plus 9 plus x equals 90. On the left-hand side, we gather all the terms with x, while on the right-hand side, we put all the constant terms. So 90, it's going to be minus 1 and minus 9. 4x plus x is 5x equals to 80. So to find x, we need to divide both sides by 5, and we get 80 divided by 5 is 16. That is the value of x. So the other pair of angles that we will be discussing is what we call the vertical angles. So what are vertical angles? So vertical angles, by definition, are a pair of opposite angles sharing the same vertex. Vertical angles are equal in measure. So looking at the diagram below, we were given two angles that are labeled, so they are vertical angles. So this is the vertex that we're looking at. So if this angle measures 46 degrees, obviously this angle labeled B will be also equal to 46 degrees. Aside from that pair of angles, we're also looking at another pair, which is this and the other one. So there are also a pair of vertical angles. Same goes for the third pair. So let's have a look at the first example. We are asked to find the value of x. All right, so going back to the definition of vertical angles, you learn that in terms of measurement, vertical angles are equal. Now for this question, how are you going to write your initial equation? You are correct. So in order to start finding the value of x, we need to write the initial equation, and that's going to be taking one angle equal to the other angle. So we take 20x plus 11 will be equal to 25x minus 14. And then from here, we can solve for x. So we'll have 20x, 25x jumps over to the left, will become negative 25x. Negative 14 stays on the right, but positive 11 jumps over, and that will become negative 11. And then we simplify each side. So the left-hand side is going to give us negative 5x. Right-hand side, negative 25. Then dividing both sides by negative 5 will give us the value of x, which is 5. There we go. All right, so x is equal to 5. Now, if we want to know the actual measure of the angle, then what we need to do is to simply substitute the value of x that we got to the expression. We take 20x plus 11. And then from here, we substitute 5 to x, so it's going to be 20. So we have 20 times 5 plus 11. 20 times 5 is 100 plus 11. And so we have 111 degrees. So that's the measure of each angle. So if this is 111 degrees, the opposite is also 111 degrees, because this is a pair of vertical angles. That's all for this video. If you understood something from the discussion, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching.